Page 12. We're now in the classical period. The previous ones are all Baroque. Okay. Prelude in A minor. Johann Christian Bach is not the famous Bach. He's one of the sons of the Bach. Now, I don't know how accurate the edition is, because I'm not familiar with the music, so sometimes I question what they're doing, but I'm not going to re-edit too much, and I'm just going to take it as it is. I don't think I would pedal this piece back in this time period. I just don't think I would. However, they're showing pedals, so okay, we'll pedal it. Gives us a chance to use the pedal. I look it over. It's almost 2 pages long. It's got repeats, but there's almost 2 pages of music to deal with. Treble bass clef. No sharps or flats in the key signature, so it's either in C major or A minor. It tells you in the title it's in A minor. Go ahead and do the scales, though, for C major and A minor. If you're doing the arpeggios, that's even better. Do those too. 1 octave up and down is fine if you're not familiar with them. That's good enough. Just familiarize yourself with the notes and stretching out a little bit for the arpeggios. And 3/4 time signature. I'm going to take both hands at the same time here because it's just one hand or the other playing, and it's a broken chord. The whole thing. If I take all the notes in the first measure from the left hand is here, and these, it's just an A minor chord that they got the A on the bottom. It's no big deal. And eighth notes, 1 and 2 N. What it is all the way through. Now, I don't finger everything exactly the way the book does. You can finger it however your teacher tells you to, but a lot of times I'll finger it differently. For instance, starting with the last measure on page 12, you're here. I generally will use a 2/4 rather than a 3/5 because in the next measure it's this. And I can get all of this without really moving around too much. So I don't want to be moving up here. I don't want to be doing this. And that's what they have you doing in this on page 13. I don't want to move that much. So I'm going to take like 2 measures at a time in one hand position. So starting at the last measure, that's measure 9 here. And then measure 10, I'm just reaching up a little bit. 2, 4. And then 1, 2, 4. See what I'm doing? I'm doing 2 measures in one hand position, basically. And that's how I would do this. I don't want to move up. That's too much moving around. I even have to look at the keyboard sometimes. I mean, good grief. This other way, I don't have to look at the keyboard hardly at all. And this left hand, if you watch all these notes, start with measure 9 again. And we're just doing a 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All the way down. That works great. That's fine. Then after I get the notes and the rhythms and all that worked out, I go back slowly and get rid of any hesitation. So the 8th notes are steady throughout. And then I add the articulation, and here it's connected. They have tenuto lines on some of the left hand, starting measure 9 here. Hang on to those. Turn that into almost a quarter note. Not quite. Just linger on. Here. Just linger on that note. Some teachers would tell you to put a little stress on it. Since it's the first beat of the measure, you're going to get a natural accent anyway, so I would not stress the note. I just give it the natural accent. 1, 2, 3, 1, but I do that throughout. And then the dynamics, you start out soft and you're going to go up. They do not tell you how much. Go up to about a moderately soft and back down. You're going to kind of go this way. You're swelling up. Here it's soft. And then measure 9, you're loud. And then measure 13, come down a little bit. Measure 17, you get a dim. Don't start actually dimming until measure 18. Measure 17 stays at moderately loud. Now come down a little bit. Now you're moderately soft. And then you got a crescendo at measure 19. You're going to go up to about a moderately loud. And come down. down to about a soft, moderately soft, somewhere in that area. Look out on the last measure on page 13, this. That is a quarter note. It comes up when I play that. Don't play it as an eighth note. No. You're going to linger on that a little longer. Then once I do the dynamics, then I think about the speed. Andante is just a general. They give you 120 for the one. That's 2 beats per second. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that sounds like an andante. That's fine. You can try that. It's approximate. It's just not fast like I've been playing it. It's fun to play it that fast, but according to the music, that's not what was intended. He wanted it slower than that. Now, you know how the repeat signs work, and I have to point that out. That's nice. And so we had pedal. Learn it first without pedal. So make sure the fingers are doing everything they need to do. See, I told you, like at the last measure on page 13, that's a quarter note. Hold it out. Well, same thing on measure 8. Hold it out. Hold the quarter notes out. But the pedal, it's going to be overlapping pedal. And you're not pedaling quite everything, but almost everything. And so we'll try it the way it's suggested and see if we like that. Fine. If we don't, we'll change it. Put the note down first and then the pedal. You got to put the pedal down immediately after the note because you're not going to hang on to it. If you don't get the pedal down quick enough, you'll miss it. So get immediately. You don't have to play it at that speed. You decide on the speed you want to go, and the pedaling seems to work okay. Just be careful not to pedal like measure 8 and the last measure at the bottom of page 13. We're going to clean it all out here so it kind of cleans out. Tell you what, they have you actually lifting up on beat 3, on like measure 7. And that's fine, it cleans it out. Or to the end. It's interpretation. You decide which you're going to pedal it and pedal it that way. Since you're repeating it, maybe one time you pedal it one way and the other time you pedal it another. Because it's nice when you repeat something if you can play a little differently. So you're not playing it twice exactly the same. And how you pedal is one of the things you can change. Because you can't change notes or rhythms, but you can change most anything else. So maybe you change the pedal. So the first time, like at measure 7 and 8, the first time I play it like it's written, then after the repeat, second time, maybe I hold the pedal down in measure 7 all the way to measure 8 and lift up. It's a very small change, but nevertheless, it's a change. You decide, or your teacher will decide for you. That's fine too.